Understanding who God is and what His plans are for our lives can sometimes be difficult. But we can be assured that God is for us and not against us. We can know that whatever He has for us is for our good and His glory. We can trust that God will lead us through the most difficult of circumstances. He will lead us through the most trying times when it seems that deception is knocking on our door. When we find ourselves walking in uncertainty, we can remember what God said in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future and a hope.
Let's finally get daylight where we can actually have camera light. It's 27 degrees this morning. It is cold. But we're back at it again this morning with the bow and the gun. I brought both of them just in case, but we're in here after a deer that I'm calling Gimpy. And the reason why is because he's got a real nice side on one side, and then the other side, he comes up real high. And then he's got several little small points like that. He's just kind of jacked up. I had an encounter with him 2 days ago, and I let him get by me. And so we're going to get him. I think it's the same deer that I saw 2 years ago. I walked in here and walked up on him. He was feeding in the lane, and I just watched him. And I think it's him, so I believe he's a 3.5-year-old deer. But he's just gimpy on that one side. Just not a really good deer, so he's just narrow, about 12, 13 inches wide, but he's tall. And I'm going to put an arrow in him or a bullet. Depends on which way he walks. But hopefully we'll get him this morning. Just heard from my son a few minutes ago. He had a big shooter buck come in on him. About 50 yards. He grunted and a deer came in, but he was only there about 10 seconds. He never got a shot, so hopefully it'll be a good morning. It sounds like it's going to be. Back in the stand this afternoon, or getting ready to go into the stand. We're hunting a particular deer that we call Gimpy. That dude didn't show up till about 3/4 of the way through the season. He's just a nice 8-point. He's got a real good rack on one side, and on the other side he's just real gimpy on that side, real weak. And he's a 4.5-year-old deer, and so we want to go ahead and get him if we can this afternoon. There's another 3.5-year-old 6-point in there with a broken main beam. We might shoot him this afternoon if he comes out with plenty of daylight left. I'm not going to shoot him if the footage is not good, but if it's good footage, then I may go ahead and take him out. But we've been excited to get back in here and try to hunt Gimpy to see if we couldn't get him. just looked up, man, that sucker was standing there. Let's see if I can, oh gosh, yeah we are. I just looked up and that sucker was standing there, looking at me. I was texting my daughter about going to eat, but anyway, he's not a big deer, but I think he's 3.5, and we've been after him and Gimpy, that 8-point, but I said the first one to come out and give me some decent footage, I was going to take it, so we're going to give him a little time.
Here he is. He's not the biggest cat in the woods, but we've been hunting hard. Man, I'm tired. I'm dragging him out. We've been hunting hard all year long, trying to get a buck on camera, on video, and we finally got it done. To be honest with you, it's a little bit deceiving. We had that deer on us several times this year, and I thought that he was 3.5 years old. He looked like it, looked like it in the pictures, but apparently he's only 2.5. I'm not sure. He looked a whole lot bigger, but I'm telling you what, I don't care. I'm tickled to death. I've been working my tail off all year trying to get a deer. He's got a broke beam there. Been trying to get a buck on camera, and it worked out really good. I had made up my mind. We had 2 target bucks in here that I thought were culls. I certainly know the other one is a 4.5-year-old cull, but I thought this was a 3.5-year-old 6. But anyway, obviously he's not. But I made up my mind, if either one of them came out in daylight where I could get film footage of them, then I was going to go ahead and shoot. And I was texting my daughter about going to get something to eat, and I thought it was over, you know. I only had about 10 minutes of camera light left, and I looked up and he's sitting there looking at me, and he started making a scrape right in the middle of the lane, which was great footage. Even though it was a little bit dark, you could see it real good. And 40 yards, I put my 40-yard pin on him. He dropped, but he dropped right into it and hit middle ways of the body, right in the lungs, middle of the lungs probably, and he dropped just like a rock, man. And he managed to crawl into the woods, but he only crawled into the woods about 5 yards, so I gave him about 30 minutes and walked down there just to find my arrow. I was going to back out, and I saw his white belly laying in the woods there. So anyway, we are on the board here with the bow, Hunt Reel TV. It's on. Now we got to wait on something bigger. So